Hey, what's going on, everybody? Waffles here, and welcome to another podcast. This one's actually getting uploaded. The last one we kept to the Discord for reasons. But today I'm being joined by Jake. Jake, you want to say hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Hi. All right. So today's topic we're going to be discussing. It's pretty much all about MMX, which is Murder Mystery X, and then we're gonna be talking about we're gonna be interviewing Haley. We'll introduce her later. She's an admin and she's an owner actually for the Discord server and stuff. So we'll get into that, and then we're also gonna be opening it up at the end to some questions from people who are here live. Believe it or not. All right, so let's jump right into it. Um, I guess we should give some
Okay.
background on what Murder Mystery X is first, right?
Yeah, I mean, we could just say it's just the same as MM2, but really, it's just not.
It's basically the same as MM2, except you have to incorporate like times 100 lag, zero updates. Like comparing it to MM2, we get zero updates. And then when there are updates, they use images that are like from Google, and they're just reskinning things and adding stuff from the Roblox catalog. So that's the difference. Basically, MM2 is like a higher quality, while MMX is just like the distorted little brother.
I mean, to be fair, their knives are pretty cool. You gotta admit, some of them were
Some
pretty
of them
nice.
are very cool, but I was really disappointed with these last two quote unquote updates that were just dropped.
Dude, it's just Green Fury, that's all. And it's just a green bat scythe. I mean, it's so easy, I can get hired in Murder Mystery Procedure points. You know, I'm gonna send an emoji. I'm gonna send something I worked on.
Okay,
I made this on my phone, and it's pretty
we
good.
should keep
Where's my
moving. I mean, go ahead and send it, and we'll discuss it or something. But we have to stay on
uh,
topic. So
this.
yeah, basically that's what Murder Mystery X is. Well, that's actually really cool. Is that Dark Heart or? Oh no, it's a
No, it's
reskin
a
Champion Blade.
yeah, recent champion blade.
Alright, so that's basically what Murder Mystery X is, and then MM2, I'm sure most of you watching this know what that is. But so the first topic we have it set into categories. The first like category is talking about 2017, I think it was, before the game's release, when Murder Mystery X invited a bunch of YouTubers in to into like the beta or like the closed beta, where they got to play with like the admins and make videos on it and stuff. And basically, to get more views, YouTubers called it Murder Mystery 3, which like sparked basically a rivalry because Nick didn't like that it was being called like Murder Mystery 3, like it's the next Murder Mystery. Because I mean, you got to remember Roblox, it's for kids. When it comes down to it, it's for kids, and kids will get distracted or like not distracted. Well, yeah, they'll get distracted, but they'll get like if you title it something, they're gonna like get confused and go to the wrong thing, which is why Nick got mad that it was called Murder Mystery 3, because it kind of like it insinuated that it was like his next game. But basically, there's actually some videos on it, and like a couple of YouTubers that had like 100,000 plus subscribers had to apologize in videos for calling it Murder Mystery 3 because Nick got mad. That was 2 years ago. Yeah, it was 2 years ago. Technically, almost three in December. But I wanted to bring that up because of Murder Mystery 3, the sandbox that recently got shut down. By the way, if you didn't know that, um, that it was kind of funny that Murder Mystery X, like the team, went ahead and acquired Murder Mystery 3, and then Nick shut it down. That's what I wanted to get at because Nicholas in the end, Nicholas is the person. Him and his team are the people who got Roblox to take it down. Like we made videos on it and stuff, but Nicholas is the person who got it to take down. Um, Jake, you have anything to say about that little issue between MM2 and MMX before we get into the juicy stuff?
Uh, alright, so, fair warning, most of this stuff you will not hear me talking. I'll have, like, one part where I'll just explain my story of MMX. So, Murder Mystery 3, a little insight on the Murder Mystery 3. The game was pretty bad. The chromos, they sucked, so, I don't know, it's just, like, a waste. I feel like MMX wasted time like acquiring MM3. Like, what did he even gain from it?
From what?
Getting MM3.
Well, they didn't really gain anything because all the funds are trapped on the group and stuff. I think their goal was to get money off of MM3. They basically wanted to use it as a cash grab, where very bad updates, very laggy game. It's basically a really bad game, but they make a bunch of money off of it, and then they transfer the money to make ads for MMX, and then that's what the team was talking about back when I was on the team, basically.
And now here comes our next. Can I read the next topic?
Yeah, you can read the next topic.
Okay. Is it pre-Aethrex or?
Yes, that's the topic. So,
Okay, you can go on about this. I have no idea what you're talking about.
okay, so basically, MMX as a community, or MMP if you prefer, has gone through a lot of stuff. So the game started off with the creation with Zachary, or Zachariki, depending on how you want to pronounce that. Zachary and Jordy, like they wanted to make the game. They reached out to a couple of their friends, and they got a scripter who is Goro7, which some of you guys might know as the creator of Ghost Simulator and lead developer there. He created MMX, like all the scripts and stuff and all the coding, and then they got I don't remember who built like I know Goro built some of the maps. I think maybe Zyleek built one. I don't really remember. It was a long time ago. But
I think Xylee helped.
yeah, I think it's kind of like bits and pieces of the assassin community bits and pieces of the assassin community and MM2 community made the MMX game, and then what happened was Jordy was messing. Jordy is the quote unquote owner. We'll get into that later. Jordy was being okay. It's the story is kind of diluted either way you look at it, but based on the facts, is Jordy was talking to an underage child, and some things were said that were taken out of context. So his Discord account got disabled, and he went into like a depression mode, and that's why you don't really see him anymore because he got really upset. And I mean, like, imagine if your Discord account got deleted because of that. I mean, you'd be upset too. Um, so basically, there was like a giant exposing document, and people like Slaus and Primarchs and Rika, or RLKA, and Coven and Goro were kind of upset about this because it's a bad public image for a game that you work on to basically have your owner be called a pedophile. And so they quit, and Primarchs, which is Slaus's girlfriend, I think, she made this whole document exposing Jordy, and then a YouTuber named Green Lego Cats made a video exposing Jordy, and that's why it kind of spiraled out of control, basically. And that's pre-Aethrex. And then our next topic, kind of moving into it, is Aethrex, who was the director of Murder Mystery Prestiges for a little under a year, I want to say, or maybe a year. And during his control as director, the community got to the same toxicity levels as the Assassin Discord. I mean, Assassin's gotten better. Like, I was spending some time looking at chats and stuff, and it's calmed down quite a bit. But at Assassin's peak back in 2017, it was really toxic. And when MMX was created, a lot of Assassin players and MM2 players kind of went in there. And then in 2018, Aethrex came in, and the community kind of just got worse and worse. And then there was this thing where honored roles, which basically an honored person is someone who used to work for the staff team, and then they either resigned or quit or got fired. They get a little role that's called honored. Basically, the honored role was deleted from the Discord server because of honored members trying to raid the MMP Discord server and do a bunch of weird stuff. They were pulling up pictures of Jordy and stuff, and they were bringing up a lot of drama, basically. But Aethrex didn't help that drama. In fact, he was banned from the Discord server a couple of months ago I think it was December, because he showed Jordy's face and he made a Jew joke, a Nazi Jew joke, which was, yeah, that was interesting. And basically, to sum it up, Aethrex, he was not good at public things. He was good at doing things behind the scenes, but doing things publicly, he handled it horribly. And if I had to sum him up in a couple of words, he's an adult child. He's 19, and he acts like a 5-year-old. But that's basically Aethrex. And then coming into our next topic, we're just going to go through these really quickly, is after Aethrex. So Aethrex resigned in the summer of 2019, and a bunch of other members resigned because there was this big drama around it. And so after Aethrex resigned, a moderator named Amy was promoted to community manager, and then fast forward a couple of months, I was hired as a moderator, and I stayed there from, I think I was a mod from like late November to, what was it, like February or March 2020. So yeah, I was a moderator for a little while, and we were able to bring down the toxicity levels quite a bit. There were a few people still in the Discord that were toxic, that were like, had been there. Like, there's no new toxic people, it's only the old people that keep coming back that are still, toxic. But yeah, we tried our best. But fast forward to about 2 months ago when I resigned, I basically quit. I'm gonna be honest with you, I quit. And the reason I quit was because Amy, the person who hired me, who is quite like the second best community manager we've ever had, she quit because Aethrex was coming back, because Aethrex is this annoying person, and there's a lot of personal drama that went down between old staff members and stuff. But after Amy quit, a bunch of stuff happened within the staff team, and we're going to get into that when we get to a later topic. But basically, just know that I quit because Amy left, and that's why Max Olives quit as well.
I thought you quit because I thought you quit because you were just coming back to him too.
No, I quit because we'll get into why I quit in a minute. I don't want to say it. I want to spend like a good 5 minutes explaining the issues within the staff team. But before we do that, I want Jake to give us a player perspective of how it was for you as a player, like in the Discord and playing MMX.
Or you see, I actually have no rep in MMX. No one really knows me in MMX. So it's just coming from like a normal player who kind of trades. When the game first started, I thought it was, a little ripoff of MN2. But, when I found the first special round, I'm like, this is new. But, once I started playing it, I actually liked the game, I thought that the cases, I thought the knives were cool, I thought the guns were cool. And I bought the first ever pack, and I really liked that. So, I don't know. I redeemed the one knife, by the way, which is a knife you can only get on the first day of MMX releases, and I don't think is that common anymore? I forgot.
It's actually extremely common, even though it was from like almost a year ago, or no, almost 2 years or 3 even. It's
Yeah, 3 years
common.
ago. Well, that sucks. Anyways, I had a pretty fun time with the game. I didn't really play it because when MMX came out, I was into like Assassin, MM2, and basically all the games I used to play. So I really didn't start picking up my MMX until until me and Swiss Proton were messing around, talking about the Blade of Tiberius. So I'm like, you know what? I'm actually gonna play MMX until I get to Blade of Tiberius. And along the way, I really had fun. I did the Christmas events, which I think is I really think that the Christmas event for MMX in 2018 was a really good event. Like, it actually had some stuff I liked, like the ornament blaster and the Christmas tree. It's just stuff that it just looked really real. It's just a problem I have at MM2. Most of the stuff is catalog items. But I feel like the MMP staff put a lot of effort into this event specifically. So I was like, alright, so few months later, I got the Blade of Tiberius, which was I still have it in my inventory. I never traded it away. And I think the one reason you guys all know this, but the one reason why I kind of stopped playing MMX is because of my Rainbow Flash getting deleted. I mean, come on, man! I traded Luger for it,
Wow.
and uh. And then I just started losing interest. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still think the game. I still think the game's game overall. I still think it's a pretty decent game, but I
Well,
don't want to have to go for all that work to get my Rainbow Flashback.
my job here today is to tell you why you shouldn't play the game. So we'll get into that. But do you have any other
Oh, you
things
shouldn't
to
play the
say?
game. You shouldn't play the game because I don't play the game, and you should all take after.
Yes, Jake is literal god, so you have to do what he says. No, I'm joking.
Exactly.
So
Wait, what do you mean you're joking?
so that's the player experience. I kind of started the same, except I started like late in 2019 when I started playing, or no, early 2019. Sorry, not late 2019. Early 2019 is when I started playing the game, like playing the game, and me and Jake and Swiss made like the first ever stream on my YouTube channel on MMX. It's been
One
private.
which you won't see ever.
Yeah, you won't ever see that because it's privated because
We
oh my
said some
god.
real. We'd probably get arrested if the
Oh
police heard what we
yeah,
said.
definitely get arrested for that.
Especially me.
Especially Swiss, are you kidding me? Um,
Oh my god.
but basically, I started getting into it, and then fast forward, we're in like November, and then the testing, like there was an application to become a tester for the game came out, and I applied but got denied, and then the moderator application came out, and I got accepted. Um, so that's how I became a staff member, basically. And I wasn't even like that active in the Discord server. Like I was. There's people that have been trying to get mod in that server for 3+ years. I got it within like a month, which is funny. But
You
my
quit the game for sorry.
no, say it.
You played the game once when your channel was like really active. I remember you played the game for like 2 weeks and you quit.
Yeah, I did. I traded all my assassin stuff that I had at like that period for some MMX stuff, and then I quit MMX, and then I played MM2, and then I got really rich, so I started making videos on it, and here we are. Um, but basically, what it was like working as a staff, and one of my friends, Synchronized, who's a pretty big person in the MM2 community, I'd say, he actually asked me if it's worth applying for moderator, and I told him no, it's not. Um, for multiple reasons. There's staff calls every Friday at 3 p.m. my time, which is 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or at least there was. But going forward, we did that for like a solid 2 weeks, and then there wasn't a call for like a couple of months. Like there was just nothing going on, and there was a
You
lack
mean
of communication. What? Say it. Say it or don't say it, Jake.
sorry, go on.
All right. Basically, there was a lack of communication, and then when Aethrex was coming back, like I had already known Aethrex was coming back because Amy told me. We're on the topic of uh, Aethrex returns / staff experience, Haley. But basically, when that was coming back, Amy already knew he was coming back, so that's why she quit. We tried to get her back, so she came back. We were trying to convince her that he wouldn't come back, but then Zach called and said, "Look, this is pretty much happening," and that's why on I think it was April 1st or April 2nd. Bad timing, I know, but she officially resigned, like for real. And she unfriended all the staff members that were on the team, except for a few. I may or may not be one of those people who didn't get unfriended. But basically, she quit, and the following like day, Zach said team call, and we did 2 team calls back to back after not having a team call for like months, and we spent like 3+ hours on one call talking about whether or not Aethrex should come back. And Zach was like, oh, he's not coming back on staff team. He'd just be in the server. I mean, we all knew that was a lie, because, I mean, he's a developer now. He can't develop for anything. But there was a lot of lies going around. If you ever do join the MMP community, I would recommend that you stay friendly with the members and the moderators. Don't get close to the higher-ups. They are just a bunch of lunatics, really. And if you think Jordy is the owner of Murder Mystery Prestiges, you are dead wrong. Jordy, he's the person whose name is on the group, but as Zach clearly said in a call, yelling at one of us, I'm not going to say who he was yelling at, it wasn't me, but he literally yelled, Jordy doesn't own Murder Mystery Prestiges, I own it, I own the copyrights. And he yelled that at one of our staff members, and that was like the turning point for me. I quit, I think, 2 or 3 days after that call, or maybe it was like a week, I don't really remember. But the staff team is very unorganized. You have I almost said Jack. You have Zach, who doesn't listen to anybody and does whatever he wants. You have Aethrex, who can't develop and is a developer. You have Mom Apocalypse, who is the director but has never worked on an actual game before. No offense to her, I'm sure she'll do a fine job, but I don't think she's ready for being a director of an English-speaking Discord server if she can't speak English. She can speak decent English, but she's from Norway, which is the same place as Jordy is. And the only reason she got promotions is because she and Jordy were friends. So if you ever do join the MMP staff team, just know that the closer you are to Zach, the more toxic you're going to see the community be, but also the higher chance you get promoted. And then there's Jonathan, and he's the community manager, but no offense to him as well. You have to know how Discord works to be a Discord community manager. They didn't know how to fix the muted role. They didn't know how certain bots worked. They didn't know what sharding was. And for those of you who are laughing that I said sharding is actually a storage system that Discord bots use, and that's the reason why the rover bot always goes down. Because it's low on shards, which is basically a storage system. But that's another topic for another day. But the team is very inexperienced, and it's a dictatorship that Zach runs. And it was fine at first, but the longer you stay there, the more you realize that it's just not worth being on the staff team. And that's pretty much my experience. And then our next topic is Aethrex returns. Even though Zach said that Aethrex would just be a player, I already knew he was coming back as a developer because Amy told me because she was in a call with Zach. So Aethrex returned, and now you can see that MMX is going down the drain. It's the reason that this is the topic. The last 2 quote-unquote updates that the game has gotten have just been so bad that I made a video titled how, everything wrong with MMX up quote-unquote sale. I think that was the title. And now we're making a podcast about it because of these updates. They're so wrong. And for those
it's bad when we're making.
Say it.
It's bad when we're making a 30-minute long podcast about this instead of talking about Clash Royale or talking about actual topics we should be talking about.
Instead of having fun topics, we're here talking about why not to play this game. And if you go
next week,
say it.
Next week we're gonna have a fun topic for y'all. We're gonna be talking about different games we like to play, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking of starting a commentary gameplay series on other things other than Roblox in the background, just as background gameplay. But we'll see. I don't know yet. But anyways, the point is if you go onto Roblox and you look at the game icon for Murder Mystery X and it's a scythe, you may recognize that from Murder Mystery 3 when it was still an online game. And if you look at the quality, it's very bad quality, I'll just tell you as a disclaimer now. If you look at the quality of these quote-unquote updates that have happened, you'll notice that it's very, very similar to Murder Mystery 3. Because it's Aethrex doing this. There's no time or thought going into anything. Everything's reskinned. These last updates are literally just to get money. That's it. So if you're going to spend money on MMX to buy this stuff, go ahead. It's not worth it. So that's the Aethrex Returns Apocalypse thing that I had titled in my notes. And we're gonna do a little bit of a thing. I'm gonna talk about Revamp leaks. So for those of
Oh
you who
my.
don't know, yeah, I'm gonna talk about it, Jake, because there's nothing wrong with
This is
it.
gonna be, this is gonna be the one segment that's gonna get this whole entire video, or probably both of us banned from MMX.
I mean, I don't really care. It's a dead game. But the point is to like make people understand that it's not going to be what they promised it was. Like it's not going to be that good. Not much is changing. Like we'll get into the specific leaks in a second, but I want to just say first that I forgot what I was going to say because Jake said something.
I'll say something. I can say
Okay.
something.
Okay, say something while I think.
Okay. All right. So, you guys ever like eat a banana and like?
Are you really going to talk about fruit again?
What do you want? Do you want me to talk about? What do you want me to talk about? Do you want me to
You
talk
know what?
about
We'll
like?
just get into the leaks then, because I'm probably not going to remember
Oh,
what I
no,
was going to say.
use code Bloxy on Arsenal for 3K bucks.
That's not even worth it. Anyways, the leaks. So, all I'm gonna say, like, before I get into the leaks, is that I don't have any picture proof because I deleted the GIFs that I have of the revamp. But everything I say now, if the revamp actually happens, this will be in the revamp. At least as of the last call I had with Kuruko, Sensei Warrior, Vanzuko, Zach, and all of the staff team.
I'm shaking. I'm actually shaking right now. I don't know why, but I'm shaking.
So the first thing is the lobby. It's changing. Instead of it being like a what is it now? Like a village. It's going to be like a modern city. Like there's going to be a street in the middle with shops and buildings around, and it's going to be like a low poly theme, kind of like the same art style that it is now. But it's going to be like checkered and like it's going to look like more like a city, like the lobby. It kind of reminds me of the assassin lobby, except it's a circle. Like it's a giant circle with buildings in it, and it's like not dark. It's more lit up. That's the lobby. It's hard to explain, but you'll see. It's basically a bunch of shops and stuff. At least that's what it was before I left. And then the next thing is the new additions to the game. The first thing that's going to be added is a new tier of weapons. And I'm going to say this now. We had like an hour-long call talking about what should be added to the game, and the first thing they said was chromas, because they knew that chromas would get money, because that's what MM2 did. But popular vote said not to do chromas, to do something else. So what they decided to do, and this is actually worse than just adding chromas, is they're going to reskin every item in the boxes, and they're going to add a radioactive version of it. So it's basically just going to be like that gun skin, but lit up in a different color. And there's gonna be, at least when we were still talking about it, there was gonna be one color of like of the rainbow for like each of the weapons. So if let's say there's 7 or 6 colors in the rainbow, and let's say there's like 30 items in a box, times 6 by 30, and that's how many of like the total things. But
Wait,
does that make sense?
are you
Like, go ahead.
are you are you saying there's gonna be an actual proton to MMX?
Um, that was the idea. There's gonna be like a radioactive version of everything. Um,
All right.
and
So just imagine this.
we never clarified whether or not limiteds would be brought back. At first, Zach said no, but considering Zach lied about Aethrex coming back, I wouldn't be surprised if there was different colored permafrosts in like the shop for like 800 Robux or something. I would not be surprised if that happened. And then there's the new maps. I think they were gonna add like 2 or 3 new maps, and then they were gonna bring back revamped versions of the older maps. And of course, they were gonna fix the lag problems. Um, I think that's all we ever got to talking about the revamp. Like, it's just a new lobby, less lag, and a new rarity of weapons. I don't think they were gonna add a new level. Like, you know how there's like diamond and stuff. I don't think they were gonna add a new level to that. At least I'm not really sure.
Wait, hold on.
What?
You know how you're saying, you know how you were talking to me about this new MMX update is going to be huge, and you should start trading all your stuff for it. That's what you were talking about?
Well, it was gonna be better, but what happened was they stopped paying the developers. So Banzuko hasn't been paid in months, and that's why Project Icarus never came out because he wasn't getting paid. So since Banzuko wasn't getting paid, Icarus never happened, and all of the other developers aren't getting paid either. So MMX is literally just a side project that they work on. It's not even their focus. The developers are working on, some of them work for Nazmi Games and stuff, while other ones are, um, like, other games. But MMX is kind of just like a side project that they're working on. And that's why the revamp has taken so long, because the developers weren't getting paid. Not because it was hard or something, they're literally just reskinning things. But it's taking longer because they're not getting paid. What was I going to say? There was something else. Trying to remember.
More leaks.
I don't think there is any more leaks. There's literally a new lobby, a new rarity. I think they might add maybe one more new weapon box. We never really got to talking about that, to be completely honest. But that's all the leaks I really know. I think. I don't really remember. It was a while ago. What else? I don't know. Is there anything else? Jake, is there anything else we should talk about MMX related?
MMX related.
Before we move on?
The duplication shit. I should not. Oh man, I swear even on the podcast. I kind of want to. I kind of want to.
You'll have to get double the punishments because you never got your punishment from the 1v1 video. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
But
yeah, not yet, but it's happened.
Yeah.
The duplication stuff. Am I to talk about something that happened recently and then next you told me not to tell anyone about?
Yeah, I'll talk about it in a second. I just want to say real quick that Rylan, I'll talk about whatever you want in a second. I'm really confused what Rylan's trying to ask me. So yeah. But basically, for those of you who don't know, in January of 2020, a user named Rare Enthusiasts, it was something like, it was spelled weirdly, but he's like a rich Roblox player, right? And he's not a fan of MMX because I'm pretty sure he was banned a while ago on a different account. But basically, he got on an alt account that was called Ruin MMX, and he found an exploit and duped over 100 of each of the immortals. He had like over 150 permafrosts. I think he only duped immortals and some of like the top godlies, but he duped a bunch of them, and he stored them on different accounts in case we found them. We tried our best to find them. This was when I was like still trying to do my job. But the team decided not to make that public, and so we didn't make that public, right? Later on in February, the same guy on a different account released the dupes again, and this time, because Tiger wasn't thinking, he made the announcement public, which started panicking everyone. So yes, there's a bunch of dupes that are still out there. So be careful when you trade for immortals. But before we actually stop talking about this, I think it's important to mention this, that there is no real values in Murder Mystery X, and for one reason. Mom Apocalypse, the director, spawned in more than like 2 Rainbow Frosts and gave them to 2 different. She gave one to her son, and she gave one to another staff member who I won't make public for reasons. So she gave out free Rainbow Frosts, and she spawned in limited Immortals and gave them out to people. So the Immortals basically, like, they're worthless. She spawned in a bunch of items to put in the Unbelievable shop and put on the MMX storage account to give away later on. So it's really valueless. And so yeah, not only do we have dupers, but the staff team is making their own duplicates and giving them out to people. So
on the record, my Rainbow Flash was a duplicate, so yeah.
Yeah, and on the record, those of you who might know PDJ Gamer, he's a YouTuber, his permafrost that Tiger gave him is actually a dupe. We found out. Yeah, no, I'm not joking. We found out and decided not to tell him and to just leave it in circulation because we figured that would be better than going in and Tiger having to say, "Sorry, I gave you a duped permafrost on accident," and having to take it from him. So I'm not joking about this either. We literally spent like an hour trying to decide whether to delete Tiger's permafrost or the duped permafrost that PDJ Gamer had. So anytime you see PDJ Gamer and MMX, just know that permafrost is a duplicate that was spawned in illegitimately, by the way. So that I laughed when I found out that was a duplicate, by the way. Anything else, Jake, before we move on to our interview?
That's about it. So,
All
can
right.
I introduce?
Yeah, you can introduce her and she can unmute herself if she's still here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the only person who actually decided she wanted to be on the podcast.
So far.
Please give a warm welcome to Haley.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
So, for those of you who are watching on YouTube who don't know Haley, she is one of the 3 owners on the Discord server. She's been here, I don't know how long. Haley, how long you been here?
That's a good question. I think I don't remember like the year, but I know it was like a September.
Okay, I'm gonna guess it was September of 2019 because
Probably.
yeah.
Also, Haley, you are our first special guest on the podcast. How does that make you feel?
Yay!
I'm hoping
Yeah,
to
you know
get
me.
I'm hoping to get some other people on here. I think we're gonna pass on Swiss because of reasons, just like that first
Yeah.
stream, if you remember that, Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Swift.
But MF Dubs, when he's finished doing his game and once the testing finishes and stuff, we're gonna try and get him on here, and then we're gonna try to get what? Say that again.
That's the one where when he interviews MM2 staff members like MF Dubs or something. I don't think you're gonna see me on there, right? Because I want to
Probably
be on there to
not.
ask some questions.
Maybe
But
we'll see. I'll have to ask him how he feels about that if he wants to do it. If he does it, there's a pretty good chance that we can get him to convince Slouse to come in here and do it because he and Slouse are really good friends. So you never know. But yeah, Haley, welcome. What should we ask her? Like, just think of some
and
questions.
all right, yeah, I got some questions for her.
Okay.
When did you first decide you wanted to be a part of the NGXD Waffle staff team on Discord?
I actually don't really remember what I did to get on the staff team because I have a terrible memory and yeah, but I'm pretty sure I probably like filled out a form or something like
I think
today, but I don't really remember.
I think if I remember correctly, you were just like a person in here, and then we played Fortnite, and then I convinced you to like apply, and then I basically hired you.
I remember. Okay, so I remember you convinced me to be like the trust thing. It was like some trust role or something.
Yeah, I think it was called like Trusted or something. I don't remember. It's ages ago.
No, it was tester. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You made me fill out a tester form.
Yeah, I remember that. So basically, we forced you here against her will, and now she's an owner. So if you guys,
I didn't even know of her existence until she was promoted to like the tester, and that's it. I don't think I even know she was a tester.
So basically, the moral of this story is, since like for those of you who are watching on YouTube, like everyone who's in this call is a staff member because none of the other people decided they wanted to show up. But basically, for those of you who are listening to this live who are on staff, the best way to get promoted is to play Fortnite with me, and then eventually you'll get like owner.
I'm not. Listen. I want to be. I've always wanted to be above Haley, but I'm not playing Fortnite.
I don't even play Fortnite anymore. That's the best part. So it's impossible. But
we could play Island Royale.
Island Royale. We
Yeah,
could
we
play
could like Island
Minecraft.
Routes. Yeah, I don't know.
Jake
We could play
doesn't like
Clash.
Minecraft. Jake, you're a disgrace.
I know I forgot my account login, and I don't want to spend $20 to make a new one.
Alright,
Yikes.
fair enough. What else should we ask Haley?
Okay, I can't get this. Okay, I can't hold this anymore. Are you a furry?
What do you think?
Please say it so everyone
Okay.
on the internet can hear.
Yes.
Oh, confirmed.
I mean, congratulations on coming out.
It's like when your friend says they're gay, and then you're like, "Oh, I mean, congrats on coming out, bro." Oh, Jesus.
That's sad.
But
I'm just messing with you.
when? Okay, here's a question. When did you start playing Murder Mystery 2?
Oh God. I'm pretty sure it's when I first got on Roblox because like I remember I used to play that game a lot, but then I like quit for an amount of time and played other games like Flee the Facility, and then I got back on it again. So probably like around 2017, 18 probably.
And when did you when and how did you discover my channel? Because I'm assuming you discovered the channel and then the Discord.
Yeah. Okay. So when was probably like what you said, 2019. But I was pretending to be sick on a day, a school day, and I just like stuck my phone in my room and just like was on it because school was like so annoying. So I went online and searched up how to get rich in MM2.
Oh my god.
My God.
Only because I was like one of those kids who was like,
You know, this
"Oh,
is
let's
this-
get free stuff."
This is the sad thing. I know that I made a video months ago that was titled "How to Get Free Godlies in Murder Mystery 2," and it has almost 100,000 views on it. And it wasn't even a good budget video. It's my most watched video as well. Let me go get the specific view count. So basically, you faked being sick and wanting to get free MM2 items, and that's how you discovered me.
What a shame. You don't go back to school.
No.
Jake, you skipped school, so like.
You skipped school to play MM2 training?
I went
I mean,
back to school
we
the
hold
next
on there
day.
before.
It's at 86,000 views at the moment.
So, I have a question. What sickness did you pretend to have? Did you pull the swine flu card? Did you pretend you had an upset tummy? Like, what? I want to know how you. I want to know how you school for future.
Pretended I had an upset tummy.
What was the
Literally.
mastermind game move right here?
So basically, what you do is you go downstairs, and you have to hold your like belly, and then be like, "My stomach hurts."
That's
And
it?
you have to like.
Ah.
You have to pretend to cry too with it because you want to actually get them when you're doing it.
When I pretend to be sick, I like sleep in late on purpose, and then I'm just like, I'm not feeling good, and just like stay in bed. And then my mom calls the school, and she goes to work, and then I watch YouTube all day. Like.
Just one time I slept in, and then I sneezed, and my mom's like, "Okay, you're not going to go to school."
But this one time in first grade, it was like the day before the Christmas, like the night before the Christmas play, like because you know elementary schools make us do Christmas stuff, and my first grade class was presenting like what's that one song where it's like the 5 golden rings, like I forget the name of the song.
12 Day of Christmas.
Yeah,
Why were you
12
the?
Days of Christmas. Yeah. And I was one of the people in the play, but we had meatloaf that night, and for some reason I threw up, and my mom was like, "No, you can't go to school," and I didn't get to go in the play, and ever since then I've hated meatloaf.
I still don't like plays. I mean, I've always thought I could be a good actor because of my like really high energy and like I can do a lot of things. It's just if I have to be like a theater kid or like be in musicals and plays, I'm not willing to do that.
I remember that one time you had to go to your sister's play and we called like partway through when there was the intermission.
Yeah, someone was like, "Hey Jake, you want Discord?" Some theater kids were like, "Hey Jake, you want Discord?" I was about to say, "Shut up and go shoot up a school."
I remember, didn't you like boo when the second act started and people looked at you?
Yeah.
That is so good.
I swear, my mom looked like she was gonna beat me, and she has never done that. But she didn't.
I feel like we should probably like interview Haley or something.
Do you have I have a question. Who's the more entertaining one? NZXC Waffles or AwesomeJaked?
Really?
Don't put me between that, please. No.
Decide the
Me.
No, that wasn't an option.
This is not an option. It's either one of the other. Pick one or die.
No, it's pick one or threat.
Yes.
That's not.
Good enough.
Alright. If you're gonna let that slide, I don't care.
Yay!
So people, why did NZXC Waffles promote you above me?
Because Jake never goes in here.
It's like the only reason why I'm ahead of Haley. If I was active, I would be ahead, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I should be more active.
Okay. Haley, like the entire staff team wants to know who your favorite mod is.
Oh God.
Me.
Me.
No, you're not a
okay,
mod.
so-
You have to pick an actual. Okay. Overseer or Overseer Admin or Head Overseer. One of those. You have to pick one of those.
Yeah, I'm technically a mod.
Or Deputy Owner, because Yappy's a Deputy Owner. So one of those people.
Why are you giving me such tough decisions
I
when
didn't
this
ask
is
you
my
this.
freaking first?
The entire staff
thing
team
on-
asked you this. I
Oh
didn't
God.
ask this.
The first person to type my name is it.
Is it gonna be
Because yeah, that's how you decide.
Rylan? You spelled it wrong.
You spelled it wrong. You spelled it wrong too, Jake.
You have to spell it the real way. Jake
There you
spelled
go.
it right. Congratulations.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
I got the approval for furry.
You should definitely go say that around school. Please definitely do say that around school.
Alright, listen. Here's some high school advice, okay? If you say you're a furry, that's like wearing like the worst shirt you can find. Alright, pick the worst shirt from your closet. Pick a shirt that has like alcohol and weed mixed in it. Wear it at the school, and like you're just gonna get jumped, okay? You're just gonna get jumped. No one likes furries at school. You just have to be private about that kind of stuff.
Not at my school. Like they smoke all the time, especially in the bathrooms.
I mean, like
what's with people and smoking in the bathrooms? Doesn't make sense.
I'm trying to take a pee. I'm not trying to listen. I'm not trying to smell those strawberries.
What the heck?
Like, come on.
All right.
I remember.
Do you have any other questions for Haley before we open this up to the riots?
There was one
I'm
question
scared.
I wanted to ask, but I think do you play Clash Royale?
No.
Ah, damn it.
Jake's trying to advertise to get people into his clan.
Hey, you're in the clan too.
Yeah, but I joined the clan after owning a very successful clan, so
Yeah,
I
you're quite
downgraded.
successful. You upgraded.
No.
Do you have any questions for us?
She can ask questions when it's everyone's question time. This is her interview, not ours.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jake. No, I'm kidding. Please.
All right, I have a question for you. What's with the attitude?
What?
Yes.
I said,
don't
what's
know
with
what
the
you're
attitude? That's
talking
a
about.
joke.
Oh.
Are you trying to make fun of me?
I mean, this is the first time we've had a guest on our show, so yeah.
Jake
Should we get
13-year-old.
should we make a custom role to people who like guests are on the podcast?
Do I have to?
I
Yes.
mean, it would be kind of cool. I mean, we could give it to like MF Dubs or if Slouch wants to
Dubs
come on.
already has his own special role.
Well, we could give one to Slouch if he decides to get on.
Dubs has had like the very first special role.
I guess we don't have to.
He's trying to make you do more work.
If Slouch joins, I'll give him his own special role.
Just give him the role clown. I think it would be good.
Yeah, he likes. I don't know what his obsession with clowns are.
It's a
Yappy,
meme.
What you just said in chat is very racist. Okay, we don't talk about that, Yappy. I don't know about Australia or New Zealand or I think that's around the place where you live, one of those two, or somewhere down there. It might be acceptable there, but that word stands for very bad things here in the United States, and every liberal ever will get very mad at you.
Oh.
I accidentally sent neighbor in front of the liberal convention at my school, and I almost got jumped.
Okay. Well, Haley, we'd like to thank you for coming on to this very low-budget podcast. A very scuffed podcast as well. We'd like to thank you.
Yay.
Who's the next guest? The next guest is whoever I can, force to get in here.
Hey, Rylan, you want to be our next guest or something?
Nah, Rylan wants to. You have to get the people that don't want to do it.
Hey, hey, Yappy, do you want to be a guest?
Okay. We'll talk about who the next guest is later, but Haley, you can... Oh, she already muted herself. Wow, okay, no bye or anything. Fine then.
Alright.
That's pretty much it. So, as per usual, we're going to open this up to question and answering time. So if you have a question and you're watching this live, feel free to type it in the chat. And if you're watching the YouTube video upload of this, feel free to join the Discord, which is the top link in the description. So that way, the next time we do this, you can be a part of it. I think we're going to do this every Friday. I don't have a time yet, but we're going to do it every Friday, I think.
Is it going to be better than the MMP staff calls?
Oh, way better. It's actually interesting. Do we have to fill out a form? I feel like we should have a form, but at the same time, no one ever fills out the forms.
Fun fact, I think Kayla was the only one who even acknowledged that the form existed.
Yeah, that's why we shouldn't have a form. So, do we have any questions in the thingy thing before we go?
Let's have any questions. I don't know.
Where's the form? We deleted the form when we went into phase 4 because we deleted that chat.
I mean, I can always make the form.
But no one's gonna fill it out. What's the point? Ethan's gonna spam DM me now.
Press is now taking questions.
Yeah, seriously, guys. Any questions? Any questions? Any
I don't care what. I don't even care what my soul. If you ask me what my credit card number is, I'll just tell you it.
I actually have a debit card, but I'm not gonna tell you.
I don't. I actually know. My parents, they don't trust me with my own money, so they basically take it.
Do you kidnap regular members for the podcast? Not really.
I mean, I did once.
I feel like if I don't really want to I think you're asking to get if we invite people to be interviewed on the podcast. Probably not, but who knows?
So you guys watch Star Wars.
Hold on, let's go in order. We gotta answer them all. Ethan says, I want to ask Haley a question, and then 5 seconds later, he says, Waffles, what's your age? So, I'm pretty sure I'm not Haley, bud.
We have the same birthday. So.
Oh, no, don't say my age. That's right, because the staff, for whatever reason, doesn't know it. I don't know why. They don't know it. Some of them know it, but some of them don't.
I'll give you a hint. Our birthdays are near each other.
Yeah. Do you guys watch Star Wars? Rylan, I feel like you know that both of us watch Star Wars.
Rylan, listen. I went to opening night for all 5 of the Disney Star Wars movies, okay?
Haley, unmute yourself. Ethan wants to ask you questions. Instead of asking the hosts of the podcast, they want to ask someone else, which is upsetting.
Go ahead, Ethan, but no, who's your favorite mod?
Yep, alright.
He literally asks, "Who's your favorite star?"
Are you kidding? Wait, what?
Who's your favorite color?
Who's your favorite color?
Already answered that question. Actually, I didn't answer it. Someone won it.
Colors are not
Who's
people.
Demont.
Demont. We got a
They're
Demont.
yelling at. No.
No, we're just gonna demont her and dye her.
Should we demont?
Wait, hold on. Wait, he's
How long
answering
have you
my
been
Answer
question.
it, somebody.
No.
How long have you been a furry?
Okay, wait, hold
I'm
on.
sorry.
Ethan, what was your first question? Okay. My favorite color is purple.
Okay.
Oh, so you're a No Data fan.
What's your favorite
What? No.
color?
Okay.
And then how long have you been a furry?
Okay, wait, what?
How long have you been a furry?
My color is. Yes, and then I've been a furry for 3 years.
What?
What the
You were a
hell?
furry when you were 10? What?
That's cringe.
You were too young for that.
No. No.
Hey, do you know what exact? Do you know? Have you took a look at the art? Some of your artwork your fellow pack members do.
Oh, Jake, let's not
What?
get too deep into this. All right, we're digging a
Yeah,
hole.
I'm not gonna
We
get
don't-
too deep into
We
this
already
because,
have the MMX community on us. We don't need the furry community on us.
and I don't need a liberal community on me.
Yeah, I mean, we already said jokes about a certain organization and a certain race, so we don't need like a certain races on us. You know what I mean? I said
Pretty soon, a
races,
pizza
but-
party's gonna be after us now.
Yeah.
For saying that pepperonis are a good topping.
I want to speak about MMX. No, Rylan, you have to wait until you're on the podcast for interview.
Wait for like a week or two. I don't know. Are we gonna have Rylan? Okay, I have
Haley
some
had a
questions.
server, but her sister deleted it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact: Haley's sister is one of my least favorite people in the world.
Should we pull Emily in here for that? No, I'm joking.
I don't think
Please
so.
don't.
Yeah, please do not put Emily in here. If she found out you did this, she's probably gonna be making so much noise.
Haley,
Wait, hold on. I think people are
Yappy
asking.
asked you a question.
Yappy, what is your question?
It's what other
What did you
games do
answer?
you play besides Roblox?
Right.
Fortnite, Minecraft sometimes because I hate that game when I'm playing by
What?
myself because I'm lonely as heck. Okay?
So, when that game came out, you weren't even conceived. I've been playing it longer than your birth.
Wait, what game?
Minecraft. I'm making a joke. She was alive, but she was too young to use it.
She was 3. She was like 3 when it was made.
What year did it come out? It was global
2009.
release in 2011. No, was it 2011? Oh no, yeah, that's right. 2009 was PC release. 2011 was Minecraft Pocket Edition release. So yeah, she was very young. Oh, how the years go by. Oh yes.
Alright, any other?
Yeah, Jake, answer questions while I read through DMs. Jake, why would you? Fortnite was always a survival game. It's still like a survival game.
Plant spirits. What do you request of AwesomeJaked?
Yeah, plant spirit.
Why'd you change all our names to Fluffy, by the way?
That wasn't my idea. That was Haley and Ollie.
Thanks,
Bam.
girl. Thank you, girlfriends.
Okay.
Oh god.
no.
I'm scared.
So we don't have any questions. Do we have any questions before I go play another Roblox game?
Woeful. What game are you playing? I might want to hop on.
I'll tell you in DMs. What's your future plans for the server? I'm assuming you mean this Discord server. I don't really know. I've already written some stuff down in a super secret channel that only me, Jake, and Haley can see. Um,
Which
but
one is that one?
It's
Jake doesn't
confusing.
even
Oh,
look
never
at
mind.
it. Jake
I
has
found it.
access, but
Never
he doesn't
mind.
look at it.
I found it. I found it.
But basically, my idea is to stop playing MM2 so much and to play other games and make videos on it because I mean, I could ride the coattail of MM2 for a long time and gradually get maybe like 2,000 plus subscribers a year. Um, maybe even more than that. But I feel like if I'm gonna enjoy myself while doing this and bring in more people to the channel, I'll have to start doing other videos, and that's why this channel, I mean not channel, this server is probably gonna be just Roblox in general.
Anyways, Rylan wants to know how you get a lightsaber. Okay, so first you have to. Oh, first you don't have to be a Jedi Padawan. You have to access knighthood, and you have to go on a journey to get a kyber crystal from Ilum or some other planet, and then you actually have to construct it. Or when you're advanced enough, you can put some gold stuff on it, and it'll make it really shiny.
Or you can just go to your local toy store and buy one for like $10.
Yeah, but does it kill people? No.
It doesn't kill people, but it lights up. Okay,
I like things that
Waffle,
light up.
do you want to play Minecraft or Fortnite or anything? I don't know, maybe Ethan. Ethan's trying really hard to try and get promoted.
Okay, what is your question, Yappy? Tell me. I will take a look at it.
Yeah, what's your question, Yappy? Just write it down again, dude.
He
Yo,
said
bro,
what
you
happened to the other
shit.
Roblox group.
What happened to the
What
Roblox
happened?
group? It's still there. I don't have a merch
Uh,
designer, so I haven't really been using it. Like, the point of the group is
was
to, like, give Robux to people and make Robux through the merch. But, like, there's no merch,
my favorite
so,
color is my favorite color is like a dark red.
yeah. Can you try to play Ultimate Driving in Roblox? I don't know, we'll see. I'm not really into cars. Not gonna lie.
I'm thinking what happened if I go into ultimate driving.
Any other questions? Okay, Jappy, I see that you just said played BSim. I played BSim for a solid 5 minutes and was so confused on how it works that I gave up. I'm not
Yeah, I
joking.
can show you how it works.
uh, Laughs in BS? Okay. Can you promote me? Ethan, you're already like an admin with special permissions to control the events, so like, I don't
Yeah,
know what you want.
you recently didn't do
He
your
wants
job.
owner, that's why.
Ethan, you're gonna become Intano. You're gonna be the second Intano who gets like promoted really quickly and then gets demoted and then yeah.
Wow! Wow!
I mean,
Those
I wasn't
harsh.
gonna demote him. I was gonna re-promote him after we hired new staff, but then he kept crying about it in DMs that he was demoted, and I was just like, this kid's annoying me. So, yeah.
Rip.
Wow!
I have
I wonder
nothing.
what happened to.
I have nothing against Intano. I just wish he didn't complain so much.
What is
Why?
next?
But yeah, that's a good question for Ethan, but that's not for the podcast. Can I get promoted in September 14th? Rylan, you can get promoted on September the 11th at exactly 9:07 a.m. So that is a joke that is not appropriate, but we're gonna leave that in there.
Hey, if you have AwesomeJaked here, there's bound to be an inappropriate joke or two.
Waffle, do you like 40s/50s movies? I have watched actually quite a few 40s/50s movies. But I've got to say, I think my favorite range of movies is from the 60s to like the late 80s. There was a lot of good movies in there. Do you like Queen? I've listened to a lot of Queen songs. Over the summer, this last summer, I was actually pretty addicted to Queen, but you know, eventually I got
Did I addict? Did I get you addicted to the Queen?
no, I got addicted on my own from I think it was from the Queen movie, the movie on like the band and that the
Oh,
lead
Bohemian
singer.
Rhapsody.
Yeah, but yeah. I think that's what got me hooked. But then again, I don't really listen to it as much anymore. Waffles watch Singing in the Rain. No, I've not seen that, but I've heard about it a lot.
Is it a musical?
I think it's like one of those movies that's like a musical where it's not like just a musical, but it's like a movie musical. Do you plan to keep
Oh.
level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? I mean, yeah. It's just kind of a thing there to show that there's a hierarchy. There's nothing wrong with it, and it doesn't really bother me, so yeah, probably. It's less
See
confusing
what I
than
mean?
mass murderers, so I'm just saying. Should there be movie nights for the server? If people show up to movie nights, I have no problem creating a movie nights role and like giving it out to people, kind of like how MMP does it. But people would actually have to
If
show up.
if I had to choose to pick a movie, it would just probably be that Drake and Josh episode I have illegally downloaded.
Ethan, I need your MM2 server for game. Oh, okay. They're not even asking questions. So before we go, is there any other questions? Any at all?
I have a question.
Oh, okay.
For who?
Okay, so whatever happened to the Subnautica thing?
Oh,
Because I remember there was a Subnautica like series you were gonna do or something.
why do you have to bring that up?
Because I want it.
Well, okay. I could do it, but I'd have to reinstall the game. There's nothing wrong with reinstalling the game, except I can never stick to making it. Like, I really enjoy the game. I like really love it. I even bought the developer version of the next game that they're like still developing, which is Subnautica Below Zero. I actually own both versions of like Subnautica Below Zero and Subnautica, and I've watched Neebs Gaming's playthrough on it. I've watched Jacksepticeye's playthrough on it. It's a really good game, and I really like it, but I'm just very inconsistent with uploads. That's why I'm making an upload schedule at some point tonight or tomorrow. So, we'll see. I think if I do it, it'll be once I get my new PC, because that way I'll have more storage.
People, 4 unreleased videos with me are in somewhere in Waffles' computer. He just hasn't uploaded them yet.
I'm pretty sure I deleted a couple of them.
I have like one clip of one of the ones we deleted, which was a high.
If I feel like I should once I hit 10,000 subs, which will probably be like sometime down the line, then I'll make a second channel and we'll just do a bunch of inappropriate stuff on there.
Oh, finally.
Yeah, maybe 5,000 subs. I don't know. When I'm bigger, I don't want to do it now because it's too early. We're only at 2,600. It's not very big. Waffles, will there ever a way... Okay, first of all, Rylan, I'd just like to mention English. And second of all, will there ever a way to make AwesomeJaked not to curse in a video? Or would that seem too impossible? 10 out of 10 on the ground.
No, it's happened. It's before.
Jake has not sworn in a couple of videos. It just depends on the game. Like, if we're in, like, an MM2 1v1, honestly, just any 1v1 or any, like, high-stress situation, like, both of us will swear extremely easily.
Yeah, I think we had a cut of it. I think we had to redo a video because we were swearing so much.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did.
So,
Just a while ago.
fun.
Ethan asks, Fluffy Boy, that's me, for those of you who don't know. Don't ask. What are your plans to grow the server? Part of me wants to do invite rewards because it's a quick way to get like 1,000 members. Part of me doesn't want to because I know how annoying it is. And I like making fun of people like BMAT who do it.
So invite challenge. You're gonna piss off the Assassin community, the MM2 community, the MMX community, the Adami community, the Fam Forces community, the Arsenal community.
I actually do have an Adopt Me video. It's part of the Everything Wrong With series that I started, and it's a video where I rant about why Adopt Me is very stupid, and it's a good video. So I'll be uploading that sometime.
You know why
Can't wait to see it.
You know why Adopt Me exists?
No, I don't, and I don't care.
Well, one of the lead developers died for one of the lead developers for Treelands died.
Wait, right now?
No, like a year ago or so.
Wasn't her name like what was her name?
No, it wasn't Lizzie Wrinkle.
Oh, okay, who was it?
It was someone else.
Okay, well I remember like I think wasn't Lizzie like the developer for like Roblox High School or something like that? I don't remember. I don't remember what Lizzie did.
To avoid Waffles getting banned, to avoid Waffles getting his channel terminated, this is not something I'm going to joke about.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. I never really knew her, so it didn't really affect me. I'll just say that.
This,
I'll be right back. Okay, for those of you who are watching the podcast, Discord is being ultra mega error for some reason. So I don't know what's that about. I'm gonna go diagnose that real quick. So yeah, let me pull up some music for you guys while I go figure out what's wrong. Sorry for the error. Get some music, I swear. I'm getting music. Okay, it's just gotta load. Okay, just enjoy that real quick while I go and find out what's wrong.
Is he alive again?
Yes, he is back.
Welcome back. You're in the afterlife now. How was
Technical
it?
difficulties?
How did you die?
If he could just
Oh,
die
I
again.
set my headset down in water and now it's all wet. Ugh. Anyways,
Oh.
no, my internet went like stupid for a second. So yeah. Jake, do outro?
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know. Can you teach me how to fly?
Alright, anyways,
no.
can I do the outro?
What? Do you even
No.
know the music for the outro?
No, but
Hum my outro.
I'm gonna do a custom outro. I'm gonna do an outro. I'm just gonna say, thank you guys for watching. You know that.
Alright,
No.
okay, go ahead.
Okay. Anyways, thank you for joining us on this fantastic live stream. Thank you again, Ailey, for having the time to come out and talk to us people about MMX. No, about this Discord server. And thank you to your daughter for really interrupting me.
What did I miss?
Okay, so basically, Emily came and I think she said a no word.
Oh, okay, it's a good thing that
No.
It's a good thing my Wi-Fi cut out and I played music in the background while that happened.
Are we still on the podcast?
Yeah, we're still on the podcast.
We're still on it, right?
Yes, I just said we're
What?
still on it.
Tell
Alright.
me!
Anyways, as Haley shuts up her sister, anyway, let's give her a little. We gotta give her a little props for taking some time to come on the podcast and just say a few words. This episode of Set Up the Podcast was sponsored by the words BAN by MMP. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this.
What is this?
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this. So, before we get banned from MMX,
Interested in
Yeah, I
sponsoring
got
an
nothing.
NZXT Waffles video? Contact me on Discord and we can arrange something. I'll sell my soul to Satan for $5.
Remember,
No,
remember,
just
if you want to
joking.
apply for the Purple Nation clan, you can't anymore. And
Wait,
I was
wait,
about
wait,
to
wait,
put my.
why? What happened with that? Is the Purple
Okay, no,
Nation
I just
still a
can't hear
thing?
you.
What happened with the Purple Nation thing?
I can't understand.
Yeah,
You okay there, Waffle? So you haven't.
My internet disconnected again. What is going on today, dude? Discord having issues. I asked what happened with Assassin Purple Nation.
Nothing. Oh yeah. Congratulate. I want to give a little special shout out to No Day for Getting His Own Knife. You rock, man. Continue with the good stuff, man. Anyways, if you are all associated MMP, please not get mad at me or anyone because
Jake has to give his own disclaimer.
disclaimer. Please don't come to where we live and kill
Jake,
us.
it's an hour and
Remember,
15-minute long podcast. I don't think any MMX person has an IQ over 5, so they won't actually spend that much time watching it.
That one person.
anyways, thank you to our sponsors. The 8 letters BANBYMMP. Anyways, Haley, any closing words you want to say?
No closing words. Just do your custom
Yes.
outro.
Shut up!
Thank you. I agree, Emily.
Shut up, Waffles, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Is that your
Shut
outro? Is that actually your
Shut
outro?
up!
No.
Stop yelling that.
Thank you for tuning into the podcast. A lot of fun. Be sure to be here for next week's podcast where we talk about other games and maybe possibly even another staff interview. And
Yeah, we'll see about that one.
yeah, we have to see about we just have to see about that one, but that's the only we're gonna do. And I hope you guys enjoyed this hour-long podcast that I don't think anyone would watch. People are just here for the MMX leaks. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it in like the pinned comment. Skip to this time for MMX Revamp leaks. All right, I think that's about it. So thank you guys who are watching this on YouTube for watching it, and thanks for everyone who showed up and listened to it live. And we're gonna eventually get this down to where it's a lot more chill, because I know a lot of podcasts are supposed to be like really chill and like relaxed, and right now we're all like super hyper because most of the people in here are like 10. No, I'm kidding. They're like 13 plus. But the point is, a lot of high energy, and we're gonna get that down, and we're gonna be a lot more chill in the future. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed looking at a mountain background, and me and Jake and Haley talking and answering questions and stuff. And I'll see you guys next week. Probably not the same time. Probably earlier. And yeah.
It was 9 p.m.
Yeah, it's almost 9 p.m.
Dang.
I mean, we've done podcasts later, but anyways, see ya.